I know I have to stop reading the comments, but all these dudes are like, oh, women just don't understand the amount of rage and pain we have to take out at the gym. Honest to God, what the fuck do you know about pain as a man? What the fuck do you know about suffering? Like, seriously, riddle me this. Like, do you actually think in your fucking pea brain that the average man has had a harder life than the average woman? Do you really think that? Like,
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we are going to be kicking it off with a clip from this woman right here who decided to go ahead and cheat on her husband, and now she's getting prepared for divorce. So this is completely ridiculous. We're just going to be jumping right into it. Such a stupid video. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen to this woman.
I'm cheating on my husband, and I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, you know, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. But I mean, it's what, you know, he is expected to do. So anyways, I wanted to come on here to tell the whole story of how it all happened, what's going on, who it is, all of that.
Okay, so let me just stop you right there. I don't think that these women suddenly decide to tell their husbands out of the goodness of their heart or get on the internet and talk about it because they just want to, you know, they want to tell the truth about what they did. I think usually when women come out here and tell about the fact that they've been cheating, usually it means that they've got caught, right? Or somebody knew, or it was about to be told anyway. And so they get on the internet and try and have this moment of like, here is my truth. I'm going to tell the truth to try and save as much face as possible. All right. We did this recently. Some woman cheated on her husband, and the only reason she came out and made that video was because someone at the work party dinner thing knew that she cheated. So the husband was going to find out anyway.
So first, I want to start by saying I don't promote cheating on your spouse. It's definitely not something, you know, that we should be doing as women. It's negatively looked upon. So don't take this video as that. And if it's a trigger, I'm sorry.
What do you mean we shouldn't cheat because it's negatively looked upon? You shouldn't cheat because it's incredibly damaging to the other person that you supposedly love and had vows with. Yeah, guys, you know, don't go out there and steal from people. It's just a bad look, right? Don't go out there and cheat on your significant other. It makes you look bad. I mean, we couldn't list any better reasons why you shouldn't cheat on somebody. This is how you know this woman does not care about other people right from the get-go.
But it all started, so I started having a friendship with this particular person, and it's actually a friend of my husband as well.
Wait. So this dude who this woman cheated on with behind the husband's back, not only was he quote unquote just a friend, but he was also a friend of the husband's, apparently. This is so disgusting, man. And I'm sorry, but whenever women come out here, especially if they're married, right? Married, boyfriends, all of that, and they say that they have guy friends, oh, hell no. This has to be one of the biggest red flags that modern day women, you know, have, is they just want to pass it off like it's normal to have a bunch of dude friends. I don't know about you guys. I'm not marrying that. I think marriage is a terrible idea for men anyway. I think it's a scam. But, you know, absolutely not. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Thank you. So this woman, what? She befriends her husband's friends? That's so weird. Such a weird thing to do. And this is why, guys, right? These people who are like, oh, he's just a friend. It's like so many times it turns out that those friends either are romantically interested in her or vice versa, or she's previously hooked up with them. No good has ever come of a woman who has a bunch of guy friends, okay?
And we just have been hanging out around him a lot lately. We started out with just simple conversation, like we were friends, but we ended up kind of pushing it past that a little, not a little. I'll get into how far. But we ended up kind of like secretly seeing each other, trying to find ways to see each other, and doing that behind my husband's back. Part 2 of what's going on with me cheating on my husband. So we ended up with me writing love letters and stuff. So I started really growing feelings for him.
How stupid do you have to be, by the way? So not only is this woman cheating with a dude who she says is her friend, it's also a friend of the husband's, okay? And now she's started writing love letters to the dude. This is so stupid. This is so incredibly stupid. I guarantee you the only reason she's even telling this in the first place, guys, is because, again, it was probably going to get outed to the husband. The dude was probably going to go ahead and tell the husband at some point.
And I never thought that you could for two people. I thought that as women or men, like it's like you love one person and that's it. However, not true. So I started going back to like back in the days where I just started writing him love letters and stuff, and we would secretly pass it to each other. I didn't want like the evidence on my phone too much. So I started writing him these little notes and like making them into like straw looking paper, and I would pass them to him whenever he would come around. And he kept them, I guess. And he would read them and we would smile and stuff at each other. And I mean, we still texted each other. It was a lot of like deleting messages and then going to recently deleted and deleting those as well. And that's the furthest of how we were communicating before we started becoming physical.
You know what's weird about this video, guys? Usually what these women do is start off by berating the husband, you know, by saying that she was miserable and he made her unhappy and all of these sorts of things. They usually try and soften the blow when they're sitting here talking about something really stupid they've done or really hurtful by trying to paint themselves as a victim first, which is very weird. I mean, maybe this woman has other videos where she's tried to paint herself more as the victim. But usually that's what these modern day women do first on TikTok. Whenever they go out there and cheat on their boyfriends or they do something really awful to their significant other, usually they just start lying first and character assassinating the dude, and then they turn around and get into the rest of it if they do.
Which I'll explain a little more in part 3. Okay, so this is part 3. So now that the like building the connection part has passed, we ended up starting to do like stuff secretly when we would go over, when my husband and I would go over to his house. And whenever we would go over there, I would try to go over there more, obviously, because I really wanted to see him. And I did feel bad for my husband. Like it was sad to know what I was doing, knowing that he really loves me the way he does, but I really did not care. I still wanted to always go around this other guy.
This woman has to be like some sort of a sociopath, man. Absolutely no empathy for the husband whatsoever. The vows don't matter. The marriage that they have doesn't matter. She just does it anyway. Why? She just develops feelings for this dude's friend. Absolutely disgusting. Guys, if you are ever in a situation like this, my recommendation is to just immediately throw out the woman. No questions asked, no nothing. Just throw the whole woman out. It's done, it's dusted. Get a divorce, break their relationship up, kick her out of the house, whatever you have to do, get rid of the women, because these people don't actually care when they cheat on the men. I mean, she says it right here, but imagine if this dude forgave her. What would happen is she would just sit there pretend like, oh yeah, we'll give this a second go and she'll put in effort and blah, 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 she'll end up just cheating on the guy again. This is what cheaters do, man. You allow them, you say, okay, not a problem. We'll work on the issues together. And these women will absolutely just cheat on you again. The marriage doesn't matter. The vows don't matter. You don't matter. And oftentimes these women who do this, they're not actually in the relationship in the first place because they care about the man. The reason why they're there is because the man gives some sort of a benefit. Whether he's paying the bills or he's making her life easier in some capacity. Maybe she has children from another dude that he's looking after. Usually the woman is getting some sort of a benefit, and that's why she wants to have the marriage. She wants to have the stability that that represents, but at the same time, she wants to go out there and hook up with some random dude as well on the side, so she can have her cake and eat it too, as it were.
But I really did not care. I still wanted to always go around this other guy. I think the reason was because I couldn't believe that there was someone else besides my husband that I really am like emotionally attached to now. So this is a big deal for me, at least. And this is all part of the conversation that I had with my husband. So anyways,
here's the thing, guys. I don't think so. She's trying to paint it like, oh, I was emotionally attached to this man and I developed feelings and blah, blah, blah. I think she just went over there and she tried to hook up with the guy because she was physically attracted to him. Right? Maybe this is her version of softening the blows. Oh, I developed feelings and I didn't realize that I could feel feelings for two people simultaneously. This woman has no feelings for her husband whatsoever to begin with. But maybe this is her version of trying to play the victim, trying to play it down a bit, saying she developed feelings first. I think she was just wanting somebody to hook up with, to be honest with you.
We have been going around to his house a lot more often. He also has a daughter, so we bring, like, you know, our children over there.
Wait. So this woman, not only is she married, by the way, she has kids with this original husband. Yeah, if I was this dude, you need to have a DNA test, my friend. There is a very solid chance that these kids are not your own. If this woman is cheating now, you know, you've got to ask yourself the question, why is she even telling you in the first place? There's a good chance that she has done this before with other men. There's a good chance that the kids are not biologically yours. You should throw the woman out, and while you're doing it, you should get a DNA test. So as far as I know, this woman is getting divorced. I assume the husband divorced her ass because she decided to ruin her marriage by doing this. But also, I would be very skeptical as to whether or not these kids were even yours as the man.
We bring, like, you know, our children over there. And the last time we went over there is when it really hit the fan. So a lot of weird stuff started happening. And it started becoming, I started getting like really scared because my husband was doing a lot of acting suspicious. Like he was looking through stuff, and I got nervous. I got nervous because I knew and I had a feeling that this guy was saving all of my love letters. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he does not have my love letters around here somewhere. Cause oh my gosh, if my husband finds them, I would be heartbroken for him.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Here's what happened. The husband knew that she was cheating, right? That's why he was suspicious. That's why he went over there. So this whole thing of like, you know, oh, I'm just going to come out here and tell my side of the story. The only reason why these cheating women decide to tell their part of the story, like I said at the very beginning, is because they get caught doing it anyway. You know, it's not exactly you telling the truth if you got caught or the dude is highly suspicious and he's about to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? But these girls, what they do is they try and make themselves look good. Like they're just coming out with the truth and they're being open and honest and transparent, even if it was a bad thing to do. It's like, hell no, man. Absolutely not. But let's continue into the next clip here, guys. We have a couple more clips that I wanted to show you here today of just women being absolutely ridiculous, man. Continuing into this next one, this is a woman, right, who has hundreds of likes over on Hinge, still completely unsuccessful in dating, mind you, at 23 years of age, complaining that some older dude is hitting on her. Let's take a listen.
So I paused my Hinge account today because I genuinely can't fucking handle it anymore, and this is what sent me over the edge. I was going through all my likes because it says 50 plus and it pisses me off so bad when it does that. I wish it would just tell you the fucking number so that I knew how many people I had left to go, because I wanted to just get them all out of there and then start fresh. I was like, I need clean slate, get rid of all these likes.
So this woman, by the way, right, when she's saying this, she has well over 50 likes on her profile. And women say this crap and they think it's some sort of a flex, but this is really just what it means to be a modern day woman, guys. You can jump on any social media application, you can jump on any dating app and get tons of attention from men. So I always find it so funny when these women are completely bitter, they're unsuccessful in dating, even though they have so many options. Yeah, you know, I have hundreds of likes on dating applications, but I just want to get it down to 0, you know, she says on TikTok publicly.
And so I'm clicking X on all of them, and I'm like kind of looking kind of and I see one, and it's like, hey, pretty girl, have you ever been with an older man before? If not, I'll be like the least problematic one you'll ever be with. I scroll down, homeboy is 71 years old and figuring out his fucking dating goals. Why don't you go figure out a relationship with your fucking grandchildren instead of trying to hit up this 23-year-old girl that I consider myself a teenager still? Stop trying to hit up these teenage 23-year-olds because it's disgusting and it's just weird. So after that, I was like, I gotta get out of here.
So here's the thing. This woman calls herself, first of all, she calls herself a teenager, even though she's 23 years of age. That's not really how that works. Second of all, you are also unsuccessful in dating. With all of the options that you have, you still cannot seem to find a man. So, you know, only a few short years away from that 30 mark, madam. You've got 7 more years. You know, that time will creep up on you very fast, okay? You will hit that big 3-0, and I guarantee you, women as bitter as this will still be single when they reach that age, man. You know, all of these women are like, men don't date correctly, right? They're so rude on the dating apps. And it's like, ma'am, you're no better, okay? That woman's probably going to be 71 and still figuring out her dating goals as well. Let's jump into this woman's clip as well, guys. This woman is a complete and utter nut job. Let's take a listen.
I know I have to stop reading the comments, but all these dudes are like, oh, women just don't understand the amount of rage and pain we have to take out at the gym. Honest to God, what the fuck do you know about pain as a man? What the fuck do you know about suffering? Like, seriously, riddle me this, bitch. Like, do you actually think in your fucking pea brain that the average man has had a harder life than the average woman? Do you really think that? Like, the whole fucking world is set up for y'all to succeed and get away with crimes.
Who is this woman yelling at, by the way? You know, somebody needs to come and collect this woman. I think she's escaped the asylum. Okay, holy hell. Who in their right mind would want to deal with this in any capacity, man? Like, I've said this before, but on clips where women just start yelling, right? And they start blaming men for everything, saying that men have easy lives. And I mean, whatever nonsense they're spouting, I just instantly tune out. The women who are yelling are completely lost. Like, not even worth the time thinking about, to be honest with you. Look at her. She's losing her marbles. She's sitting here. Imagine waking up and you're like, you know what I'm going to do today, guys? I'm going to record a TikTok video of myself yelling about how bad men are. And then what you're saying isn't even based in reality anyway. Men and women have difficult challenges in life. Overall, I think men have more difficult ones. But each gender has its set of problems, I guess you would say. But the real psychos, right? The people who have genuine problems are usually the ones ranting and rambling on TikTok, guys. These women are so damn insufferable. Everybody has issues. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter if you're a man or you're a woman. I think men's lives on average are more difficult, especially when it comes to dating and relationships, considering they have to generally provide a lot more than women do. But that's a whole nother discussion, and I don't really think that this woman even warrants the discussion, guys. I think she's just a little bit too angry. Anyway, not worth the time. We're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.